In One Piece, a pirate's bounty signifies the extent of his danger to the world government. Technically, they are not given according to the pirate's strength, but rather for their deeds throughout the world. Some characters have such a low bounty that the world government even ignore their actions, as was the case with Luffy, until he reaches the bounty of 1.5 billion berries. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we will check which are the 10 biggest rewards for pirates in the world of One Piece. So without further ado, click on the like button, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and let's go to this super video. In 10th place is Queen, 1,320,000,000. Queen is one of the commanders of the Beast's pirates. He is usually known as one of Kaido's right-hand men. Queen spent years sailing alongside Kaido and terrorizing the seas, and because of that, he received the massive bounty of 1.3 billion berries, a high reward for a commander. Kaido's commander number 2 has such a strong will, it made him immune to Luffy's King's powerful haki. While Luffy's entire battle against Kaido took place in Onigashima, Queen ended up being confronted by Vince Smoker Sanji and was defeated by him. In 9th place is Marco, 1,374,000,000. It's his turn. The Blue Bird, former commander of the 1st Division of the Whitebeard Pirates, Marco of Phoenix. This is the guy with one of the best devil fruits in the entire gigantic universe of One Piece. Marco has the Tori Tori no Mi fruit, model Phoenix, and can easily regenerate from any incoming attack, almost instantly. Marco briefly fought in the Marineford War, starting by kicking Kizaru straight into the wall. After being bound with Kairoseki chains, his regenerative abilities were blocked, which greatly limited him in this war. When Whitebeard died, his band split up, and Marco made his home on an island where his father devoted much of the riches he could. In the Wano arc, Marco made his appearance in the country by kicking the Big Mom pirate ship down the waterfall, and soon after, he took on Big Mom herself. Later on, Marco even took on the 2 calamities of Kaido's gang, getting into a confrontation with Queen and King at once, and the only thing he said was, "It's hard to fight 2 to reward millionaires." The guy is badass. Due to his trajectory on a Yonko's ship since such a young age, Marco received the grandiose reward of 1,374 billion berries. In 8th place is King, 1,390,000,000. Now we go back to one of the Beast's pirates commanders. This time it's the mighty King. King was saved from the world government by Kaido as a child, and then it was revealed that he belonged to an extinct race called Lunars. Since being taken in by Kaido, he has gone by the name King, and has become Kaido's right-hand man. In the Wano arc, King had a confrontation with Zoro, who was defeated after Zoro realized how his attacks and movements worked. So many years at Kaido's side, and also belonging to an extremely powerful and extinct race, earned King the valuable bounty of nearly 1.4 billion barrels. In 7th place is Marshal D. Teach, 2,247,600,000. Marshal D. Teach is a man who was part of the Whitebeard Pirates initially, but he was corrupted by his lust for power, and broke Whitebeard's only ship rule. Teach killed his companion, and stole the devil fruit Yami Yami no Mi that belonged to his ally, with which Teach left Whitebeard's boat, and became known as Blackbeard. Blackbeard was responsible for delivering Portgas D. Ace to the Navy, and since then, he started to be hated by fans, or most of them. In the Marineford War, Blackbeard appeared with his crew, finished taking Whitebeard's life, and then stole the power of his devil fruit, thus becoming the first devil fruit user to possess 2 fruits. This left the whole world shocked, because for what should be right, no one could eat more than 1 fruit. Not even Whitebeard, who was the strongest man in the world, risked eating 2. After that event, Blackbeard's bounty was 2.2 billion berries, and he took the rank of Whitebeard's Yonko. In 6th place is Monkey D. Luffy, 3 billion Law and Kid 2. Monkey D. Luffy, I don't need to tell the story of this extraordinary pirate here, do I? We can say that the Wano bow was the most striking for our dear pirate. It was here that he defeated a Yonko. It was here that we found out that he had reached Yonko level, when Luffy collided attacks with Kaido and the sky opened, just like Shanks and Whitebeard. It was in this arc that we see the famous Gear 5 no Luffy, which is actually the awakening of his devil fruit. Luffy eventually gained the powers of the sun god Nika, becoming the sun god himself. In addition to being recognized by Zunisha, as Joy Boy himself. After these events in Wano country, Luffy's bounty rose from 1.5 billion to 3 billion, doubling his valor. Kid and Law also had a hand in the defeat of the two Yonkos, where Law and Kid faced the fearsome and fat Big Mom. After winning a Yonko together, their bounties also increased to 3 billion, but only Luffy was considered a new Yonko. In 5th place is Shanks 4,048,900,000. Akagami knows Shanks, simply the pirate with the highest bounty currently. After the fall of Big Mom and Kaido in the Wano arc, Shanks became the man with the highest bounty and greatest power, having his group totally undefeated to this day. When he was younger, Shanks was part of the Pirate King's crew, and when he formed his own crew, he stole the Goma Goma no Mi fruit from the Navy's ship. Shanks didn't even care if CP0 was on the ship. He simply attacked him and stole the fruit at any cost. After completing this quest, Shanks went to a small island in the East Blue and eventually met Luffy, and even more eventually, left such a legendary fruit openly on a bar counter, and Luffy ended up eating it without knowing what it was. It was Shanks who gave his precious straw hat to Luffy, the same hat he received from the Pirate King. Years later, Shanks stopped Kaido from going to Marineford and arrived there to end the war. Shanks is so respected that he won permission from Marine Fleet leader Sengoku to keep the bodies of Whitebeard and Ace, and also caused Sengoku to announce the end of the war. Later, Shanks was shown that Shanks would have the privilege of arranging a meeting with the leaders of the world government, the Gurosei. Even though he was a powerful and feared pirate, the Gurosei attended Shanks without any fear, and with the calm of saying, "As you are, we will attend to you." Currently, Shanks is in the vicinity of Wano, where he has already found out about Luffy's new bounty, but still won't find him. Shanks even intimidated one of the Marine admirals, and told Ben Beckman that he will go get the One Piece. In 4th place this, Charlotte Linlin, 4,388,000,000. Charlotte Linlin, the captain of the Big Mom Pirates. This Yonko was considered a monster since she was little, when she destroyed an entire village even as a child. Big Mom had one arc that she appeared a lot, being the whole cake arc. She is a monster with great stamina, and can get pretty angry if she doesn't eat her sweets. As a young man, Linlin was part of the infamous Rocks Pirates, alongside Whitebeard and Kaido, and at that time she was already quite powerful, but prettier, thinner, and seemed even calmer too. Big Mom allied with Kaido to find the One Piece, which is why Luffy and the Supernovas stood ready to stop them. She was eventually defeated by Kid and Law in the Wano arc, having her downfall in this part of the story. Due to her high strength, stamina, and influence over the world, Big Mom reached the mighty 4.3 billion mark on her head, and even became the aristocratic queen of an island she created herself. Thirdly is Kaido 4,611,100,000. Kaido is the captain of the Beast's pirates, or at least he was. Kaido, since he was little, was always invincible, and was even sold by the king of his country to the world government. But he always ran away, and was captured only to eat, and then leave again. Kaido would have been involved in the Marineford War, if not for Shanks who stopped him. But even so, he came to have a remarkable participation in the Wano arc, where we could see all the potential, strength, and endurance of being considered the strongest creature in the world. Kaido can transform into a giant blue dragon, and use attacks that increase in potency according to the drink he drinks. The Yonka spent his entire life looking for someone who could kill him, but in more than 20 years of career as a pirate, he had never found anyone, as his resistance was devastating. He couldn't die, nor kill himself, throw himself from a height of 10,000 meters there from the Sky Island, nor hurt him. And in time, he became depressed because he didn't feel the anxiety of a battle, until Monkey D. Luffy appeared, and engaged in a battle against Yonko, who used all his strength in the battle. Kaido caused Luffy to awaken his fruit, thus becoming the sun god Nika, and with that power, Luffy was able to defeat the strongest creature in the world. His bounty was 4.6 billion berries. Second this, Edward Newgate 5,046,000,000. Edward Newgate, known as Whitebeard, was considered the strongest man in the world after the execution of Gold Roger. Speaking of Roger, Whitebeard was the only pirate who was able to face off against the Pirate King and survive. When the crew of the two pirates fought each other, the battle lasted 3 days and 3 nights, and even then neither of them fell. With the earthquake fruit, Whitebeard was known to all as the man capable of destroying the entire world, and was the one who completely destroyed the Marineford base in the war to save his son, Ace. In the Marineford War, Whitebeard took a surreal amount of damage, including 167 sword cuts, 152 gunshots, and 46 cannonballs, and yet he died on his feet, revealing to the entire world that One Piece is real. His bounty was almost 5.05 billion berries, just behind whoever is in front. We'll see him now. And first of all this, Gall D. Roger 5,564,800,000. I don't even need to say anything like that, right? Simple and humbly the king of pirates, owner of the biggest bounty seen to date in the universe of One Piece. GOLD, Roger started in a simple boat when he met Silver's Rayleigh, and the two began to sail and turn the world upside down. At one point in history, Rogers became so strong that he only had one opponent at his height, and that was Whitebeard in his prime. GOLD, Roger has fought alongside a Marine. That Marine was Garp. The two teamed up to defeat the dangerous Rox D. Xebec, and successfully succeeded. After that, Roger even defeated a fleet of who knows how many ships from Shinki the Golden Lion. After that, Roger joined Kazuki Oden on his ship and traveled around the world. Roger was the only one who arrived on the last island and discovered the truth of the world with his crew, and with that Captain Roger received the biggest bounty of 5.5 billion berries.